Welcome to another episode of Open Road Tales. This time, let's go to Scandinavia and beyond. But before we start our journey today, let's take a look at today's map, which will take us from the southern edge of the Finnish lakelands all the way to Turku, the old capital of Finland. When driving in Finland, you'll see plenty of countryside, fields, and especially forests, as Finland is the most forested country in Europe. For today's drive, we try to avoid motorways and instead take the smaller roads because those usually offer more to see and experience, and besides, let's face it, it's nicer to drive on the smaller roads than on the motorways where everybody else is as well. Summer must be one of the best times to experience driving across Finland because of the long daylight hours, of course, but also because during the summertime there is so much more to see and experience. In the wintertime, many places they shut down, and because it's dark, obviously you can't see so much of the things surrounding you than during the times when you are driving in the summertime. So, as we are heading towards the bigger roads from our village roads, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the countryside. Before we are going to properly start our journey today, we have to make a pit stop in the small town which is near us. It's called Orivesi. Did you guys know that Orivesi is also known as the wool sock capital of Finland? Each year in wintertime, they take this accolade to the next level by putting on woolly socks to the town statue, which you can see there. And also they host the Wool Sock Run World Championships, where the style is free. What do you think of this kind of thing? Remember to leave a comment below. Like I mentioned before, Finland has plenty of forests, which means that you can spot lots of wildlife as well. It isn't actually that long ago when we had a deer on our yard eating some apples that were left from the tree, and also a lynx which we saw on the road. And this just means that you have to keep your eyes peeled when you're driving around. In the countryside, it's not just the forest that you can spot, but especially on the smaller roads, you can see small hamlets and people living in the middle of nowhere. We Finns do actually value our privacy, as you can see. Every time that we are doing a road trip, the back seat of our car is prepared for our little poodlies, Mika and Lola. As you can see, Mika is in the back seat and Lola would much rather sleep on my lap. This we don't recommend, however, as even dogs need to be strapped on the seatbelts in case of emergencies. When in Finland, do as the Finns do, take the local roads. Smaller roads are much better than the motorways in the sense that you get to see more, you get to experience more. Motorways in Finland, they are completely free. We don't have road tolls, but the driving on them is quite monotonous. The road network in Finland in general is in relatively good condition, which translates directly into a very nice driving experience. So, in that sense, enjoy the smaller roads. Just be mindful of the wildlife. Sometimes, however, not everything goes according to plan. For instance, Google Maps can throw you on the smaller dirt roads, which we still use in Finland. And these are the few times when not everything is smooth sailing. To assist you to avoid some of the hidden bumps, we at Open Road Tales have partnered up with Saili, an eSIM provider. Saili offers affordable data plans to almost everywhere you can travel, and the eSIMs can be used on most of the modern phones. No roaming fees, no fears of getting lost because of having to use the offline maps. Just use the QR code on the screen and you'll get an extra 5% discount on Saili's great prices. With the smaller roads, as said, you'll have to keep your eyes peeled. If you blink, you might miss things like this horse racer practicing for their next competition. Nearing Turku, we actually had to make a U-turn as there was a nice old manor house next to a church with its gardens. Of course, it was on the other side of the road, but because we wanted to showcase this to you, we made this extra round. Here we are, early and nicely waiting in the queue for our ferry to arrive. And as you can see, everyone's very excited. You can also spot Turku Castle, which used to be a royal castle and nowadays it's a museum. Some people say that it's haunted. What do you think? And whilst queuing up, you can always buy us a coffee to support our channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And finally, it's the moment that we've been waiting for. Time to head into the belly of the whale. Or actually to the car deck of the Viking Grace, the ship that is going to take us to Stockholm, Sweden. If you haven't driven to a ship before, when making a booking, the ferry companies usually ask for the measurements of your vehicle, and after driving in, you will see why. Also, if you haven't driven into a car deck before, take your time. Speeding or cutting the line are big no-nos, so just obey the signs from the crew and you will be completely fine. After we parked the car, our cabin was still being readied, so we had a few moments to show you how the side deck looks like. For this crossing tonight, we booked a pet-friendly cabin with a window so that the whole family could enjoy the bright summer evening. By the way, did you know that Finland has over 3 million saunas? Here you can see one of them floating nicely next to our ship. It definitely is easy to pop in for a swim, but I wonder where are they heading to? Heading to the decks to see the sunset. But first I'll show you some of the ship. There's plenty to do and see, and all around you can see the screens which are showing you the cruise program. Let's take a look at one. There are events for kids as well as adults all around. On this cruise there was even a drag show. And as you can see, the Viking Grace has multiple decks. Most of these decks host cabins, which are obviously nothing to see much, but some are purely for entertainment. However, let's head to the outside before it's time to go to bed. In my opinion, the topmost deck is the best place to see the views and also to take your pets into for their walkies, as many of the Finnish cruise liners at least, they have designated dog patches there as well. And a nice little tip for you guys, if you're traveling in the darker times of the year like late autumn or early spring, you can come out here to try and catch the northern lights as well. This time we are sailing in summertime, so we obviously can't see the lights in the sky, but what we can see is the sky itself reflected on the calm surface of the sea. There's also this little bar or bistro towards the back of the ship where you can enjoy a nice little drink and some light snacks whilst watching Turku and the whole of Finland grow more distant. With this, it's time to start to head back towards the cabin and have some much needed sleep before tomorrow's drive. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you soon on our next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, that would mean a lot for us.